Alright guys, since there hasn't been any Madden updates in the past couple weeks, I wanted to change things up a bit and make a video that I've been wanting to make for a while. I know the first thing you're gonna say, Ocho Cinco was traded to the Patriots, and trust me, I already know. I had already recorded clips of this before the trade actually went through. Not really sure what the Bengals are trying to do. I know they traded off Jonathan Joseph to the Texans, who was their best corner. Even though I'm from Cincinnati, I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. I like Ocho as a player regardless of what team he plays for, but hopefully he will go off and have a great year with the Patriots just like Randy Moss did when he first got there. So this is PlayStation Home. Not a lot of my friends play it, but I always wanted to do a video on it. A lot has changed since it first came out. They added a bunch of new spaces and items that you can get for your character. This is the bowling alley, which hasn't changed much since the beginning when Home first came out. They still have bowling and added a couple more pool tables and still have the arcade games that you can play. I got involved in a close game of pool with this guy and fell behind. I missed a couple shots early on and thought I was going to blow this game. Started making shots and was left with the 8-ball for the win, and of course I undercut the shot. I caught a lucky break as this guy scratched as he made the 12. Still don't know why they won't let you move the cue ball when someone scratches. I thought maybe they would fix that. But regardless, I was left with this ridiculous cut shot that I could more than likely only make in this game. So I sink it, and that's game. Still undefeated with no losses in pool. You can also practice by yourself, but when someone comes to your table, it will initiate a new game and it will re-rack all the balls. They have the mall, which is basically a place where you can buy a bunch of different clothes for your avatar. They used to have these NFL jerseys from the EA store, but it was only a one-time deal, so they done away with them and I only managed to get a couple of them. They also have chests upstairs that you can sit down and play against other people. The theater space has changed. Used to, they only had one theater that you could walk into, and whatever the feature video was that they had playing at the time, it just repeated. Now they have a bunch of different theaters that you can walk into. Most of them game trailers, music videos, and reviews of upcoming games. Since they have a bunch of different spaces, most of them have mini games in which you can get free items for your personal space, like this game here. All you have to do is shoot at the prize you want, and if it falls, you will be awarded that prize. A pretty easy mini game. Two of the newer spaces are the Midway 1 and 2, which is a bunch of carnival mini games put together. The way this works is they have a ticket booth set up where you can buy tickets to be able to play the games. You get 50 tickets per dollar, and you can see how many tickets you have left up in the top right hand corner of the screen. So each game has 10 different levels, and they get harder as you go along. If you beat level 10 on a game, then you can go back and play that game as many times as you want without losing any of your tickets. Before you play the game, it will tell you what prize you're playing for next, and they also have a billboard where you can keep track of what level you're on for each game. Every now and then they will have a random game that is free to play. You just have to keep an eye on which one it is when the message pops up. I pretty much have reached level 10 on all of them except a few. Like I said, some of them you will find easy, and some of them are just based on plain luck. The baseball game you see here is all about timing your swing. On the top left side of the screen is a timer, and once that timer hits 0, you will get to play the Misfortune mini game for free. This game is pretty tough because you have to stop on the right color, which is shown on the bottom right. I got lucky when I was recording this and managed to stop it on the right one, which is not easy to do. I wouldn't waste any tickets on this game because every 5 minutes you can play it for free. One of my favorite spaces is the Godfather 2. Usually a lot of people hang out here and I really don't know why. They have a bar at the bottom which a lot of people like to role play and order drinks and chat. Then up on the screen is just the trailer for the game that keeps playing on repeat. There's a bunch of different areas in which you can sit and talk with your friends. Every now and then I would get someone that would come up and ask me if I wanted to join their gang. I guess a lot of kids like to roleplay and set up gangs here too. The main reason I like coming here as I walk back upstairs is that they have several tables in which you can play Texas Hold'em. You can play with friends or just random people that you've never met before. Usually you won't find a bunch of people playing this, but on this server there happened to be a group of people ready to play. They used to have this available in the EA space where it would keep track of the money you won, and after you earned so much money you could buy into the next set of high roller tables. Also, if you won a table, you would earn a bracelet from each set of tables. Not sure why they got rid of the EA space though. Hopefully they decide to bring it back. Now we're going to move on to one of my favorite places by far, and that would be the UFC Undisputed space. I didn't really find out about this space until just recently when I started logging back into PlayStation Home. It's a wide open space that has a couple of different mini games in which you can earn points. On the bottom right hand side of the screen it keeps track of all the points that you earn, and once you get to 10,000 points you can cash in those points and redeem them for a prize from the prize board. The mini games here are pretty straightforward. They have sit-ups, pull-ups, and push-ups. All you have to do is hit the D-pad in the direction it shows in the box. It looks pretty easy, but as you go along you will notice that it gets a lot faster. They have a couple of different mini games I'll show you a bit later. Another way to earn points is by the trivia game that they have in the center where the octagon is located. All the points that you earn in the trivia will count towards your overall point total. The points you get are based on how fast you answer each question. So question 10, Tito Ortiz had twins with what actress? That would be Jenna Jameson. Looks like everyone there guessed that right. So this was the prize board that I was talking about. Once you earn your 10,000 points, you can come here and you'll see a bunch of different prizes on the board. Again, all you have to do is try to stop the lighted box on the prize that you want. After you stop it, a green check mark will be placed on the prize indicating that you already have that prize. And once you come back to the board and land on that same prize again, you will earn nothing and lose 10,000 points. I had to try it once just to see what would happen, so try not to land on the same one. Upstairs they have the UFC trading card game. They have 10 different sets of cards to complete, all guys from different weight divisions. I have a lot more collected now than what you guys see here, but basically what you do is collect cards, and once you complete a set, you can cash it in and receive 10,000 points for each set you complete. You'll notice the timer on the left hand side of the screen. Once that timer reaches 0, you will receive a new card at random. I checked this and it ends every 10 minutes on the hour, so it's pretty easy to know when the timer will end to allow yourself time to get here if you're off doing something else. You also can trade and gift cards to other people that are sitting down. You can redo these collections as many times as you want, and once you get them all done you can complete the book, and from what I'm told you receive 25,000 points for completing it. So as you see here, the timer reached 0 and the card I received was Rob Emerson, which he is a lightweight. If you're new and you come here and there happens to be a lot of people around, usually they will be nice enough to help you out and give you a couple cards to help you get started. As of now I have a lot of cards that I have duplicates of. I've even managed to complete some collections over again through trading. I went ahead and bought the UFC personal space, and I have to say it's one of the best spaces that they have available. I'll take you through a tour starting with upstairs. Most everything up here besides the pool, the TV, and lounge chairs I added. A lot of this stuff I got from playing other games from different home spaces. I could probably go ahead and add a bunch more stuff up here, but really haven't had a lot of time to mess with it, so I just left it as it is as you see it now. The main room downstairs, I did add a bunch of different stuff. The arcade I got from another space, and most of the furniture that you see I bought, including the trophy cases along the wall. All the posters on the wall I added. I bought the poster frame, and you can put any picture that you want in them. You just gotta transfer them from your computer to your PS3, or download them from your PS3 browser. What's neat about this space is that it has its own control panel, which allows you to change stuff like the music, turning the TV on and off, as well as the fireplace. You can also shut all the sliding doors and lock yourself in, or keep other people from getting inside once they arrive. Then it has the fountains, which really don't do that much, and finally the pool area canopy. I thought this was pretty cool. I don't think there are other spaces on here that will allow you to do this. So you'll also notice that there are a couple different games in which you can earn more points. The first one that you see here is the treadmill. I think it's by far the easiest one of them all. All you have to do is alternate between L1 and R1, and as you progress along, the meter goes up and the speed will change. You will have to keep up, otherwise you will have to start back from the beginning. Really not that difficult. After playing this one a bunch of times, I'll get to the point where I end up messing up at the beginning because I'm so used to the fast speed, and I'll end up jumping ahead of myself and have to start over. The UFC bag behind me is just for show. That's one of the extra items I got that wasn't included. They have the same 3 games that you find in the public space: pull-ups, sit-ups, and push-ups. The speed bag I haven't really figured out. You can use L1 to punch with your left hand and R1 to punch with your right hand. I find it easier just to use one or the other. Once you get the bag going, you have to try to keep hitting it at a steady pace. Not sure if I'm doing it right. Maybe someone that has played this can tell me what I'm doing wrong. The last game is the bench press. This game is relatively easy but can get tiring after a couple tries. You have to jam X, square, triangle, and circle all at once and try to keep the green bar as high as you can and not let it drop below the red. Notice the longer you do it, the higher the red bar rises. The longer you last, the more points you earn. Real quick, I'll show you guys how you can add furniture items into your space. You have to press start to bring up your PSP menu and go to options and choose to redecorate your personal space. From here you can scroll through all the different categories that you have, and once you find the item you want, press X and it will load up. You can move it anywhere you want as well as rotate. Once you find the spot, just press X to drop it in place and you're good to go. So that pretty much takes care of this PlayStation Home video. Just thought I would change things up and show you something a little different apart from the usual Madden and Call of Duty videos. As I talk about what other videos I got coming up, I'll give you guys a tour of my PlayStation Home mansion I got, which consists of 4 different areas. If you guys would want to check out any of my PlayStation Home stuff for yourself, please feel free to message me on here or write a comment below. I know my friends list is about full, if not already, so I will try to allow everyone that wants to see it a chance to. I'm waiting on the Resistance 3 beta to start up, which it was scheduled to start last week, and they changed the date and moved it to sometime at the beginning of August, which would be now. I've checked with my boy Charm City 187, and none of our beta codes are active yet, so as soon as the beta begins, I will be posting Resistance 3 games up probably once a day. Obviously, when Madden 12 comes out August 30th, I will be posting and leave right where I left off with Madden 12 Ultimate Team updates from the start. Something new I'll be doing is selecting other Madden Ultimate Team players to be featured and highlighted in my update videos other than just my team. Also, in regards to my Madden 12 contest, I have only received a couple entries for this contest. If I do not receive at least 10 entries, I will cancel that contest. You guys are down to about 2 weeks in order to get entries in, so just wanted to inform you all of that. There's no point in me making a video with only a couple plays if no one is interested. After Madden 12, I have Resistance 3 videos scheduled along with Modern Warfare 3. Also thought about getting Saints Row 3. Any other games you guys think that I should get, let me know in the comments below. This is Infamous. See you all in my next video. Peace.